folks, welcome in. We are coming to you live from Bison Billiards, another edition of our Monday night stream. We have two matches on the docket for you. First being Tyler Mirando, who sits in our number 8 position, playing against Venkata Kakku, who sits at number 10. So Venkata Kakku is the challenger. They are playing 9-ball. Race to 7. Tyler wins the leg. He'll be breaking from just about right center. And one ball thought about going in that side pocket, but it hangs up. And Venkat comes to the table with a tricky shot here. You might even want to consider a push out. But it looks like he's going to play it rail first, maybe try to tuck behind the 2. Does not get there. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We have a double header. This will be your first match. And then coming up in our second match, we will have Larry Stopper, who is one of the commentators. I'm sure you recognize his name. He's currently in the 15th place. He'll be challenging Dan Sticks Rizzo, trying to take the 13th place. So that'll be coming up here right when this match finishes. And Tyler at the table looking to draw this back, play the 1 in the bottom left corner. Just sort of stuns it to the rail, but he leaves himself okay on the 2. 3-ball. Sitting down by this bottom right corner. We are going to be joined momentarily by Larry Stopper, who will be playing in our second match. Larry, welcome in.
Thanks. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. This is going to be a good match. I like it.
Yeah, I know this has definitely been a highly anticipated match. 2 regulars here at Bison Billiards. I know that they know each other's games pretty intimately, so I expect a clean match.
Have we started a poll yet, Vinny?
Nope, we're going to be starting a poll here shortly.
And while we do that, I'm going to ask Vinny what he thinks of this match. And I'll also put my guess in. I'm going to say it's going to be a close match. They both shoot really well. They can do anything, but I think I'm going to... Are they race to 7? I'm going to say...
They are racing to 7,
7 to 5 for Tyler. Tyler's been stroking the ball really well when I've been watching him. So I'm definitely going to favor Tyler by just a little bit, but it's going to be a good...
Let's get a poll going here.
Good, close, tight match. Tyler just kind of hooked himself on the 6-ball there after pocketing a couple balls. Got the 7-ball in the way. He's going to have to... Oh, nope. He might miss, eh? No, I think he's going to kick it off the rail. Yeah, he's going off the side rail. Vinny's setting up the pole here.
Watch out for that corner. He might get a nice little roll here with the 9.
He might have. Looks like the 9 is just in the hair, just in the way a little bit. He can't see it cleanly. He can definitely make contact with the 6-ball. But it's tough playing a safety here because you got the 9-ball hanging right there as well. So, he looks like he's looking at it as if it's more makeable than I thought.
Yeah, I think he might have a look at the right side of this 6-ball, which he does. He tries to
go cross corner.
Yeah, he tries to go cross corner. Watch out for that 9-ball, yeah.
Ooh, close.
Okay, now this will be interesting to see. This early in the match, does Tyler look to go aggressive here and try to pocket the 6, or could maybe try to play a safe? He could really just bank the 6 down, with that 9-ball.
He could. I think he looks like he's going to stroke it into the right-hand top right corner.
Yeah, that 9-ball makes the corner pocket a lot bigger if he does decide to bank it.
Ooh, unfortunately he scratched. He was going for the 6 in the corner. Now Venkat's got 4 open balls and ball in hand. I think he's probably going to run it out. The 9's not just hanging for an easy combination. He's weighing his options here, how he wants to play this.
Yeah, I don't know if I like playing the 6 ball in this bottom left corner because he's got to try to get above the 7 if you want to have the right angle to come down for the 8. If not, he's going to have to move the cue ball. See? Okay, he does okay.
He's got a great angle to get on the 8.
Yeah, I think anytime you play ball in hand, I know we've talked about this before, you want to try to avoid playing a draw shot. You know, I think you always want to try to play a follow shot because those little short draw shots are so touchy. It's really easy to come up short.
I'm with you 100%.
But he's okay here. He's got an angle.
He's got a perfect angle
2
to get on the
rails.
8.
Yep, there you go. And Venkata Kakku should pocket both of these balls and take an early 1-0 lead.
So as of now, we've got a vote in the poll for V. So right now, Venkat's at 100%, and he's up 1-0 after the first track.
Yep, Tyler concedes that rack with just an easy chip-in 9-ball. 2 votes, both for Venkat. And looks like we have a discussion between the players. I think it was regarding
which rack to use,
yeah,
possibly.
Whether they are going to be agreeing to use the traditional triangle or the magic rack, the template. And I think that they've agreed to use the traditional triangle. So that'll make breaking a little bit more difficult on this table. You're maybe not going to get as nice of a spread. You know, the template rack ensures that those balls are racked tightly. Sometimes with the traditional triangle, you might have some gaps here and there, but we'll see how that all shakes out. So, Larry, I know you are familiar with both of these players' games. You know, maybe you could just give us maybe a strength and an opportunity for each of these players. Where do you think that these players' strengths lie?
I think Tyler's 2 biggest strengths that I know is he's got a really great, strong stroke if he needs to, and he also plays safeties extremely well. Venkat he's got really good safeties too.
Yeah, I think just to piggyback on that, I think with Venkat, he plays a lot of 8-ball. I think that's probably his strongest game. So when, you know, even in 9-ball, sometimes you get into those strategic racks, and I think he excels in that regard. And then one other thing I'll throw in for Tyler, which, you know, I hate to admit because it's not my favorite aspect of the game, but he's an incredible jump shot player.
He is a very good jumper.
Probably one of the best, I would say, in the area, in my opinion. I've seen him make some absolutely incredible jump shots. You know, if he's got a jump a shot, even to play safe, he does a pretty good job with that. There's that powerful stroke you just talked about, drawing that one
hit
rail.
That too well. Now he's going to have to play safety. I think he's going to hit the 3 and just stop it.
Yep, just stop right behind the 9. You make sure you don't want to kill this 3-ball. Yep, perfect.
Very well played. It's frozen at the 9. Great leave. Venkat's going to be kicking at this. 8 feet. And then 6 feet coming back, so we got a 14-foot shot here. With a little bit of left, most likely, because he's frozen on the 9.
Is he trying to come? Okay.
Oh, nice. Good hit.
It's a good hit for sure, and I think he's not gonna fully get away with it. I think Tyler can see a piece of this 3-ball, but I would be okay with that leave, you know, with that kick shot.
Absolutely. Your first step is make contact with the ball.
I think Tyler can just thin off of the left side of the 3, try to put the 3, kind of tie that up with the 5-9 and put the cue ball down by the 4. No, he just went all out.
That was impressive.
Does he have to look at the 4?
Well, the 4 is, I don't think the 4 goes past the 7 cleanly, but I could be wrong.
Nope. He's going to be going for the 4-7 combo here for sure.
Which is tough because the 7's frozen on the rail.
I wasn't sure if he could see enough of the 4, but
it looks like he can.
Yeah.
I think he can, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, not an easy combo.
No,
we all know that with that much distance. 7-ball looked like it was sitting on the rail.
4 to the 5 is going to be the shot here, and then 5 to the 6 will be challenging as well.
Yeah, does the 5 go by the 9? The way that he played it tells you that it does.
He certainly thinks it does.
And he's got a good angle here.
I would have set it up for the other corner, but
now if this is me, I'm just playing this with bottom right, and trying to come 2 rails out of that corner and putting the cue ball in the middle of the table.
I'd
let's
go
see what he
past the 7 like that. He went too far though.
Does
Hit
okay.
it too well.
Yeah, that's the only
He'll be
problem with
okay.
that
He can
shot
cut
is
that.
it's really easy to overroll.
It is.
Yeah, that's why I would have liked to stay maybe above the 6, somewhere in the middle of the table. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to move this cue ball? Yeah, he is. Watch out.
Uh-oh. Oh, thank you, tips. Prevented a scratch. This is going to be a really difficult shot because if you make it to the top right, you have a good chance of scratching the top left. And even if you make it, it's really hard to go all the way up and all the way back for the 8 ball.
Yeah, I'm playing safe here.
I
I'm
would
going to
too.
just bank the 7 perpendicular and just put it, kind of try to put it behind the 8, put the cue ball on the right side of the table.
He's just thinning the left side to have the cue ball come back to where he is.
Okay.
Nope, he did what you were suggesting.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do. All right, now Tyler will definitely cut at this ball.
Yeah.
He's looking at
And he
what
gets
type of
natural
angle he
shape on
wants
the
on the 8. Whatever you do here, just try to stay above the 8. If you get below the 8, then you're going to really have to move the cue ball to get back down for the 9. So just a spin. Just use all spin here. Yep, that's a tough shot when you're slow rolling it with spin.
It is, absolutely. I wouldn't. Yeah, I probably would. This is a thin cut on the 7. It's very makeable, but it's hard to get on the 8.
Yeah, that's what Venkata was looking at. He was looking if he goes 2 rails, if he can get on the other side of the 8 and play the 8 past the 9, but I don't think it goes.
Yeah, I don't
So
think
I think
it
he's
goes to
going
the
to have
bottom
to
right.
come back, forth, and back.
I think he's on the wrong side, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, I think he
But
wanted to
actually,
come
he could back cut
back
this.
one more time and play the 8 in the bottom left.
That's risky.
Let's see what he chooses to do
Safe
here.
or do you go for it?
Looks like the carom might be on too if he's looking at that. Looks like he can maybe clip off the left side of the 8 into the 9.
That would
Play
be
the
a
8 ball off table.
extremely impressive shot. That's pocketed.
Woo!
It's
I
like
think that's what he played. Sort of a 2-way, send the 8 ball back up table and take your shot at the 9
I
ball.
think Vinny and Venkata might have earpieces in. They're talking to
Yeah,
each other.
yeah. I think I've just played Venkata so much that I know what he sees at the table.
It was definitely a carom option. Oh,
Another miss there by Tyler.
that's a tough one.
And,
We've said it's bad enough missing, but you certainly don't want to miss deep in the rack.
don't hit this too thin. Don't
When it
come too
comes to
far
9
down
ball.
table. Yep, he's perfect.
Venkata's
And
about to
Venkata-
take a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, looking to take a 2-0 lead and prove the poll correct. Venkata's sitting at 67%. Tyler at 33%.
Tyler does have little action now.
And the score
some
now
support.
is 2-0. So Larry, just putting up the top players list. You'll be coming up here in our second match. You'll be taking on Dan Rizzo, trying to take his 13th position. What are you looking forward to in that match? How are you feeling?
I feel great. That's going to be a really good, tough match. Riz is my buddy. Sticks, he's been shooting really well lately, so I expect us to both grind it out and play safeties when we got to.
Now, with him being the higher ranked player, he's going to be choosing our game. Did he give you any indication on whether that would be 9 ball, 10 ball?
I'm 99% sure when we initially committed to this that we were just doing a standard race to a 9 ball race to 7 with Texas Express and all the regular rules.
Okay.
But I'll obviously have to verify that.
All right, so big rack here for Tyler. I don't
Tyler's
think
got
you
on
want
the
to
board.
give Venkata a 3-game spot here.
It's funky with the 2-9 here. I think if you cut the 1 in the corner, the 4 is going to stop the cue ball. It could also run into the 2-9 and help break it out. Or you could play safety.
Okay, is he trying to draw this behind
he
the
does have a draw
2-9?
stroke.
He's trying to go the 2 into the 6. Okay, yeah.
He drew off of it, unfortunately. Now he
All
can
right.
only
Yeah,
see a
now this is a pretty basic safety here. Just clip
Yeah.
off the right side. The 9 will stop the 2. And you're just going to send the cue ball back up table. He hit it way too full.
Yeah, that 2 came out much more than Vinny and I had anticipated on that shot.
Now, with where the 3 ball is here, I wouldn't be surprised to see Venkat go for this bank shot because he'll have position on the 3. No,
I think the 4 was in the way.
was it?
Or made it really difficult.
Yeah, he ties up that 3-9. He's definitely extending the rack. All right, so this is that powerful stroke you were talking about with Tyler. He has the ability to draw this back. Okay, he tries to do that.
The only downside to that shot is even if you make it and make a great stroke on the 2, you couldn't get to the 3.
Yeah, he
you could
flukes
get
the
to
8
it,
ball.
but it wasn't makeable.
Yeah, he flukes the 8 ball, which works to his disadvantage, and we'll see Tyler's jumping ability here early in this match. He's going to jump this 7. Could try to play the 2 off the 6. Might sit a little bit too low for that.
He's in
See what he
jump
does here.
position for sure.
Okay, he just thins it. Okay, tough
Pretty good
position here
leave.
for Venkat.
You could cross bank it if you wanted to be really aggressive, but I don't think
What I'm
he's
doing
gonna
here is
take
I want
that
to break
route.
up that 3-9. I would have looked to maybe cut the 2 ball, almost like you're trying to cut it into the bottom right corner. It's going to stop on the 9, and you could hide him behind the 6.
That was a good option for sure.
That way, if you get ball in hand, you already broke up the 3-9. Let's see what Tyler does here. Okay, there's that powerful stroke. Maybe a little bit too powerful there. He's going
It's
to
too good. You got
find
the 6
himself
involved.
behind the 6, but he can kick at this.
Yep, he will.
And he wants to send the 3 ball down table towards that 4-5.
If he gets behind enough of it, he could kick it in the side. I doubt that's going to happen, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, I think you just want to kick it. Okay.
Venkat can make the 3 in the corner, or he could combo the 3-9 in the side if he chose to.
I think you can just play the 3 in the top right corner and roll up for the 4 in the side.
That's what
I
I
think
would
he's
do.
got that angle.
But he
Okay,
looks like
no,
he's riding the cheese.
Yep. I mean, he could also just roll up on the 9 and play safe. You know, just shoot the 3 up to the top rail and just, put the cue ball just,
that's a great
right
shot.
on the 9.
Yeah, that's a beauty
you're
too.
you're up 2-0. You really kind of want to put the pressure on Tyler. I probably would play safe here. Yeah. And now you leave it open for Tyler. That 7 ball's open now.
The only reason I wouldn't have played safe there, in all honesty, is because there's 6 balls that are wide open, and he did have a good shot on the opening ball to get to the second ball, so run out.
All right, so Tyler's going to look to draw this off the left side rail. Back out for the 4.
There's that challenging pocket we've spoke about many times.
Yeah, you got to hit that pocket clean.
He drew it, and as you saw, he spun it pretty well, and that's what jiggled it off of the tips of the pocket.
Taking a look at the poll, we're up to 4 votes. 75% think that Venkat will take this match.
Good cut by Venkat. Looks like he's got a pretty semi-straight shot. On the 4, he's going to draw back for the 5 in the opposing corner, the top right corner of the screen.
Does the 4 go by the 6?
It looks like it does.
He's shooting at it. Maybe he doesn't have a full pocket. Yeah, that's not the pocket you want to be shooting at unless you have a full pocket. And I think he only had maybe about a half. Now this is a must-out for Tyler here. Just a simple, draw shot here, bottom right. I would play this to the rail. He's going righty. You got to go to the rail here. Don't try to just baby it.
Before the 9 ball.
Yep. Yeah.
You got to
shoot some
put the
bottom
draw
right
on
spin.
first.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of short stroked it. But he'll be okay here.
But it's also to compensate. It's also more difficult to compensate for that when you're shooting with your opposite hand. Because he did shoot that right-handed, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. He might be able to spin this.
He's going to cut it in.
Come
it's
under the
be,
6.
He just doesn't want to hit it too hard and go past the 6 ball. He played that really well outside of making the ball, unfortunately. The position was perfect.
Yeah, if we do get a chance to talk to Tyler after this match, I would want to ask him about that decision to play that shot right-handed. I know he plays pretty well both-handed, with both hands, but you're down 2-0. This is a real important rack, and maybe pull out the bridge there or extension if he has one. Gonna play this. Yep, 2 rails.
Great position. A little further than you wanted, but no
Roll
problem.
this in.
Just roll it 2 or 3 inches after you pocket it. Good shot, Venkata.
Perfect. Venkata looking to go up 3-0, which puts a lot of pressure on Tyler here to.
Absolutely. We had kind of said that Tyler needed that rack to get on board for starters.
Yes, it does, Rachel.
All right, so let me update the score here. It is 3-0 Venkata. I mentioned earlier we are coming to you live from Bison Billiards, which is Western New York's premier pool hall, right outside of Buffalo, New York, about 20 minutes outside the city in Clarence. And if you have never been to Bison Billiards, we do have 35 pool tables.
Really nice
We
tables,
have a
too.
plethora of leagues. We have 22 BCA teams, 51 APA teams, 7 teams on our Ladies League, and 8 teams on our Masters League. So around 75 teams weekly, plus 15 teams once a month.
Any interest in fun or serious pool, this is the place to be, people. Absolutely. Great tables, good food, good music, great atmosphere.
Could not agree more. And Tyler really needs this rack. And was that a dry break by Venkata?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play safe and try to draw the cue ball back.
Yep. It's an unfriendly bump off that 7 ball.
It certainly was.
And he's going to leave
Venkata.
Venkat with a shot, but not an easy one. No bargain here. You're going to really have to kind of dig down on the cue ball.
You got to hit bottom right here, and it's tough to spin
he's
it into
going
that
forward.
pocket.
Looks like he might be going into the 7. If he tries to spin this, he might be going into the 7.
Yeah, looks like that was what he was trying to do. He might have got lucky.
Tyler, yeah.
But as we've said, Tyler jumps extremely well.
He does. I would expect him to at least hit this.
Oh, there's no doubt he's hitting it.
If
I
not
think
make
it's
it.
50-50 make. I think it's a guaranteed hit for sure.
And he has the ability to put some draw on this, too, and leave himself a better shot on the 2 if he makes it. Okay, just misses. But he's going to get behind the 7, I believe. No?
He's got he can see the whole one. He can actually make it in the bottom right corner if he wants to be aggressive, but I think he's going to play safety and leave
Yeah,
the
I
cue.
think if you go for the shot in the bottom right corner, you maybe have the potential of going into that 8 ball.
Yeah, you're going to carry him the 8 ball.
Yeah, he overcuts it. And he's going to leave Tyler.
Essentially the same shot, pretty
Yeah,
close.
it does sneak past that 4. I don't think he has the whole pocket, and as we know, this is a tough pocket to begin with, so we'll see.
He might just be ducking the balls back here between the 5, 6, 9. No, he went, oh, nice. He even got the friendly little kiss off the 4. This is a really tough shot.
Yeah, he's going to need
Jacked
a
up,
power
long,
stroke here to get back down for the 3.
over
He's
a
got the
ball,
right
that's
angle.
Tough.
Yeah, over the 9. This would be a real pretty shot if he can execute. Deciding to go forward.
No, he just gave him the ball in hand. Or maybe he hit it
I
accidentally.
think he must have hit it.
Might have touched it with his hand.
Yeah. I know they've agreed to play all ball fouls, so he might have hit the 9 or might have hit the 2. Or I'm sorry, the 1. Great shot there by Venkat. Really good speed
Great
control
position.
there on his draw shot. He wants to leave himself an angle.
Pretty much a stop shot there for the 5 in the side. Maybe draw it back a little.
I think
come
he's going
off
to play
the
this
bottom rail.
forward because he wants to get maybe to about middle between the first and second diamond.
Yeah.
Oh, he went
Little
way
strong,
too far.
A little hard.
Okay, but
Well,
he
he can do the
can play
5-8.
the carol, or he can play the combo here into the 8. I think you just want to play this soft.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh. I Thought they were both going in, and then he was in trouble on the 6.
He's good there.
Venkata shooting very confidently and
Now,
smoothly.
me, I'm playing this with draw, and I'm playing it out of the corner, but he's going forward.
Oh, I would just play with top and just come right off.
Yeah, I think you have a potential of getting on the rail, though. That's the only problem. If you come back, you're almost guaranteed not to get on the rail. You know, sometimes if you play that with too much spin, you can kind of leave yourself on the rail, and then it's tough to get back for the 9. If you come out backwards, you got a lot more room.
This is why you're ranked much higher than me.
I wouldn't say that. I think,
I do.
You know, different. Wow, that's a great shot.
That is a beautiful shot.
Playing great right now.
He's definitely feeling good. And Tyler's not playing badly, but unfortunately he seems to be missing deep in the rack when it's important.
Yep. And
He's missing the
Venkata is
7,
going
the
to
8.
take a very
Commanding.
large 4-0 lead over Tyler. Definitely wasn't expecting this. I
No.
expected a much tighter match. Not saying that it's over. I know
far from
Tyler's
over.
got the firepower to come back and
Absolutely.
make this a competitive match.
Unfortunately, we've said it the past 2 racks, but Tyler must win this rack. You can't go down 5-0. He's got to get on the board now.
Not sure why our score is not updating here. Let me refresh.
We are at 4-0. Venkata broke dry and hung the 8 again. My goodness. The irony. Hung it in the same pocket.
There we go. Venkata sitting at 4. Tyler yet to get on the board. Playing the 1 into the 8. Leaves the 1 ball in good position. I think the 3 ball goes.
3 goes, but you need to have good, precise shape.
Yeah, I think you want to try to just hold the cue ball there.
I would hit a little bottom right just to bring it off a little bit. But as we've said before, it's all a little too firm.
He's still
all
okay
personal
here.
preference. I think he's going to play it safe here. I think he's going to just stop the cue.
Can you not just play this with bottom right, come out of the corner, and maybe bring the cue ball? Yeah, I think he's going for the shot.
I think he is too.
Just missed. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Just overcut it. Not easy, though, for Venkata here to get on the 3 ball.
He might have to short rail just to make the 2 ball.
He could try to get aggressive and come
6 is in
between
the
the
way.
3-6, but that would be very aggressive and very
It's
optimistic.
like Venkata's kicking at it.
Okay, he must not be
6
able to
is in
see
the
the
way.
2.
He made it.
Speed
Good shot.
there. Oh,
Oh, gosh.
Just misses the 2 ball, and you know, even with ball in hand, this ain't going to be an easy task for Tyler to get on this 3 ball.
What you could do if you're not 100% comfortable is make the 2 ball and then just stop the cue ball, replace the 3 with the cue ball.
Yep, yeah. Just play to a safe. You don't always have to play to a run out, even with ball in hand. That's
Ideally, we would want to run out, but sometimes you got to play smart and do what you need to do to win. Especially when you're down 4-0, you have to win this rack.
We have Jay Reed in the live chat asking who's playing the top of the card.
And that's
I'll bring up the top players list after this rack. We'll show you where everyone currently sits. And Tyler plays your shot. Just be careful.
no.
You don't want that 3 ball to go in.
but that almost fell.
Venkata taps the table in appreciation for that shot by Tyler.
He's going to have to put a lot of right on this if he's going just... I'd almost go bottom rail around the 6 ball.
playing it with top
around
right.
the corner. He is. He's going a lot of right.
And he hit the 5
He hit
ball.
the 5. It moved. At least from this perspective.
No,
looked
yeah,
like
it definitely moved, yeah. All right, so Tyler with ball in hand is going to play the 3 in the side, of course. Big thing here is just to make sure you get above the 4. You don't want to stay below the 4. You really have to move the cue ball.
He's down 4-0. He's got to get out here. It'll help his confidence a lot.
Yep. He's
And
drawing.
then he can.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have maybe followed that and played it off the rail.
I'm
Looks
with
like
you
he's
on
now
that.
he's short.
Yep, he's on the wrong side.
He's going to try to miss the 7 here, come 3 rails.
Or he's going to power draw. Oh, he's going around with
A
top.
real surprising shot there by Tyler. Looked like it.
He's going to go too low.
Watch out.
6 is going to get him.
Out.
Unfortunately, it's not rolling in Tyler's favor this evening.
Yeah.
He seems to
Just,
be a little off, and I hate to say that about a buddy.
I think he needs to maybe slow down a bit. I know he's naturally a pretty rhythmic, fast player, but like even on his position there on the 4 ball, maybe take a couple extra
That's
minutes
gonna turn out
and
well. Yeah, maybe gather himself.
just make
take
sure you
another
get on the
extra
right side of
second.
balls. I think that's the problem with these first 5 racks with Tyler is just getting on the wrong side of ball, getting out of position, and once you get out of position on 1 ball, it's very difficult. Wow, great shot there by Venkata.
Beautiful. Barely touched
Not
the
easy
5.
to do there.
No, that was impressive. To only move it an inch.
Our poll sits at 50-50, 3 votes apiece for Tyler and Venkat.
For that to happen,
Nice shot there
Tyler's
by
got
Tyler.
to make a little magic work here.
The thing about
Venkat's gonna
Tyler,
kick this.
he's got a very high gear. He's somebody that, I think if he gets 1 rack on the board, that'll give him a boost of confidence. And
100%. And as we've said many times, this is a momentum game.
yeah, but Venkat is really just not leaving him with much here.
No, I think he's going to bank that cross side, but then you can't get down for the 6 ball.
Yeah.
If you chose to do that, an
If it's
offensive
me,
shot.
I'm banking the 5 underneath the 7, and I'm playing the cue ball under
That's
the
what
6.
he's looking at.
Under the 6. Bank it. Across. Okay.
Wow,
Good
what
shot.
a great try.
Good shot. I think he...
The 7's in the way. He's going to have to short rail it to make it. Looks like he's going right at it, though. Maybe a little masse. Yeah, he curved it.
All right. Okay,
All right,
now here's
Tyler.
Tyler's opportunity here.
Got to get on the board. Got to get out here.
Yep. Just watch out for the 7 ball. I think you could just come underneath it.
Yeah, it looks like
Okay,
he's going to the right net, not involving the 7 ball. He slid it down
And
the
the
other
other
side
way?
of the table.
Doesn't want to get straight. Doesn't want to get on the rail.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't want to involve the rail, as you've mentioned before. Now he's got to just gently slow roll it. Well, that's
he
pretty
must have
darn
a
straight.
somewhat of an angle. He's playing this forward.
It looks like it for sure.
Great
Wow,
shot there.
Great shot.
Okay.
He's almost dead straight again. My goodness.
No, I think he's got enough angle where you can play this forward and come 2
a
rails.
lot of right.
Yeah, to the top side of the 9 ball. Oh, that's what he tried to do and just misses the ball. And yeah, this lands pretty straight for Venkat. So
He essentially has the same shot that Tyler just had.
does he just kind of roll it forward and take his medicine on the 9? I don't think I'd want to power up on this shot.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to rip it.
Yeah, that's what he tried to do, and he misses.
Now
And,
Tyler's just got to softly make this.
This
and
should
get
be
natural shape
Tyler's
on the 9.
first mark here. Yep, just a
All
touch
right.
of inside.
Take an extra second, buddy. Very nice and slow.
All right. Like you said, I would maybe take a couple extra breaths here. You know this is a big shot.
In a tough corner,
Make sure
you
you
got to get
calm
on
the
the board.
nerves and just... All right. Nice
Pounds it in
confident stroke
confidently.
there by Tyler. And let's see if that kicks his game into gear here. We're sitting at 4-1. So Jay Reed asked who's playing the top of the card. I think he actually may have been referring to the next match. So the next match is going to be
That will be me.
Larry Stopper, who's on commentary, going to be taking on Dan Sticks Rizzo for the 13th place. So that'll be coming up right when this match concludes.
I can also tell you that I did see Jay yesterday. It was good to see him. Played at a tournament.
Always good to see Jay.
Oh, absolutely. Great guy. He's playing with Cheryl. Oh, that's going to be a push out.
Yes.
And I'm going to excuse myself for a moment.
Sure. All right, so Larry will be stepping away. He'll be returning shortly. So I will be captaining this ship. All right. So Tyler plays the push out. If I'm Venkat, I'm probably giving this back. I don't really see anything real obvious in terms of a defensive play. You could try to maybe come off the top side of the 1 and leave the cue ball behind the 7. But that's a touchy shot, easy to overplay that. All right. Pretty lucky shot there by Venkat, but also unlucky at the same time because he leaves himself hook on the 2. And he's going to try to kick at it with some extreme left English, and the English doesn't take. And Tyler's coming to the table. All balls open. I think he's going to have to play short side on the 3 ball. But if he can get good on this 3 ball, they're pretty much all sitting there. Just doesn't want to land straight. Any type of angle would be okay here. And yeah, I think I would have probably come to the rail. You tried to just leave the cue ball in front of the 5 ball.
It's going to be tough getting on the other side of the table for the 4.
See the stroke here.
Rolled it up beautifully. Oh, son of a gun.
All right, so Venkat bringing out the bridge. See if he just draws out of this. Now, you don't have to get too crazy with this shot. The 4 ball's pretty accessible, and he does great.
I agree with you. Nothing too fancy there.
Now, you just got to be cognizant of the 6 ball here. You want to make sure you don't get hooked behind the 6.
Agreed.
I'm probably trying to come across above the 6.
I'd hit bottom left.
Just pop it out. Perfect.
Well stroked. Soon he's going to have to put a lot on top and get around just like that.
Yep.
Around the corner. Sets himself up beautifully on the
stop
6.
Shot. Yeah, this is just a stop shot here. Maybe draw it back about 3 inches.
Yeah, I was going to say just a little bit of a draw personally. But you could certainly stop it and get away with it. Actually, a stop would almost give you a better angle to go from the 7 to the 9.
Yeah, he's perfect right here. Me, I'm just playing all left spin here. Just
I'm
let the
100%.
spin. Yep, perfect.
Perfectly.
And Venkat looking to increase his advantage to 4 here. And he does so. So Venkata Kakku, 5-1 over Tyler Mirando. So Venkata really looking like he wants to take that number 8 position away from Tyler. I know he was pretty excited for this match and for the opportunity to move up in our list. So I know you're our equipment guru. Do you know what these players play with? I know that's a common question we get in the chat.
I do in the sense that I've asked them before, but I want to say they both have Predators.
I think
One of them definitely
I
has
think
Predator.
Venkat plays with a Jacoby.
Okay.
A Jacoby, and I think he just plays with the Ultra Pro shaft. It was more so Tyler I wasn't sure of. Do you think he plays with the
now
Predator?
that you say that, no. Now that you say that, he's either. I'm pretty sure he might have Jacoby from
All right.
when I had asked him before, but he could. I'm going with Predator or Jacoby.
Watch out for that
Ty-
9 ball.
No. Oh, all right, the 5 just helped him a little.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to watch this match from close because I'm going to leave you right now and go hit some balls next to these fellas and warm up, and I will see you online.
Yep. Go get your warm up in. We'll see you in our
sir.
second match. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. It's always fun. And I will be doing this tomorrow. I'm not sure if Vinny has told you about the match tomorrow.
I'm going to be plugging that match in just a couple minutes here.
Great.
Victor. All right. Not what Venkat was looking for there. He's going to leave Tyler with an opportunity here. All right, sets himself up for the 2-8 combo. Some distance between the balls, so certainly not a gimme here. He's going to have to hit this well. Okay, I don't think he wanted that 2 ball to go, but it does. See if he looks to play safe here or come up with something offensive. Okay, he tries to play safe behind the 6, and he's not going to get him, and even worse, he may give Venkat a look at this 9 ball. I think it's there. I think he could just carry him off the left side of the 3 ball, come off the bottom rail into the 9. Ooh, he just hits it too thin. All right, Tyler with an opportunity here. 3 balls sitting right near that side pocket. Now you heard Larry mention a match that we're going to have here tomorrow evening. We normally don't do streams on Tuesday, but one of our players couldn't make it in on a Monday. So tomorrow, a special event at 6:30. Matt Mendola will be playing Amanda Zajac. Larry Stopper will be your commentator. So make sure you join us tomorrow night at 6:30. And that should be a fun, competitive match between Matt and Amanda. Yeah, you can just tell Tyler's second guessing most of his shots here. He just, when he gets down on the ball, you can tell he's just not feeling himself. All right, Venkat looks to draw that back, under hits it. Now with a 5-1 lead, I think you could try to play the bank here and just go all out. Okay, plays that great. He's going to play it short and sort of a 2-way there. He's going to leave Tyler tough here on the 6 ball. He may be able to just thin off the right side of the 6 and bring the cue ball back down table. No, he looks like he's winding up for something here. I would probably just try to clip off the right side of the 6 lightly. Okay, good shot there by Tyler. He's going to leave Venkat tough. Okay, just looking to try to split the balls there and leave the 6 ball on the rail, but just hits the 6 ball a little bit too thin. And I think Tyler can play this back and forth. 2 rails. Plays that well. All right. Very important shot here in the grand scheme of the match. You know, 5-2 or 6-1 is a very huge difference, and you just never want to let your opponent get on the hill. That's one thing I learned very early on in my pool playing career. Oh no. He just fires the 7 ball in. Cue ball goes off that 9 ball into the corner pocket, and Venkat's going to have ball in hand. And Tyler concedes the rack. So, yeah, that's one thing I was mentioning is, you know, when you're playing a match, it's just, I think mentally it's a lot easier to come back, even if you're down a decent amount, if the opposing player isn't on the hill. I think once they get on the hill, sometimes that mountain just seems like it's maybe a little bit, you know, too much to climb. But, you know, even down 6-1, I would not count Tyler out of this match. He and I have played many, many matches over the years, and I think, you know, I've been up on him 6-1 a few times, and I have come out on the losing side of those matches, so do not count Tyler out of this match. Venkat breaking off. Dry break. Not much here for Tyler on the 1 ball. He could just play it into the 5. Play the cue ball into the 5, that is, and just put the 1 ball on the rail. So he tries to do. I think he left Venkat with a piece of this 1 ball, at least a piece. So he can use the 4-7 as blockers. Just clip off the left side of the 1, send the cue ball back up table. That's what he looks to do. Okay, he's actually going to use the 3 ball. Not sure if that was the ball he was intending to use, but either way it works. Oh, no, you're good. All right, Tyler, very good with the jump stick. Jumps at the 1, but yeah, just not getting a lot of love here. Venkat has a very doable run out here. Just come up, leave yourself relatively straight. Wow. Was not expecting that miss. I think he was concentrating too much on the position. He lost focus on just making the object ball. 5 ball cuts off the natural kick here, I believe. He's going to have to play with a touch of left. And he makes it. And good look at the 2 ball. You just roll up to about midway between the 1st and 2nd diamond. He got into that way too much. And he hooks himself on the 3. So we're going to be seeing that jump stick again. Like I mentioned, that's definitely one of the strengths of Tyler's game is his jump shot ability. I would expect him to make this. I would give him about a 90% chance to make this. And just not, things just aren't going his way in this match. Venkat looking to play a little bit of a swerve shot here, some left-hand spin. He plays that well, but that spin is going to really take off that top rail, and he's going to give Tyler a look at the 3. Tyler just looking to see if he can just stop the ball right there, which I think he can. So you just got to stay down on this shot. Make sure you limit your body movement. It's the easy shot to rattle. Plays that well. Now it's tough on the monitor to see the angle he has on the 4 ball, but it looks like he has the angle where he may have to go into the 8. I think he can maybe just draw back into the 8. Maybe not. A little bit tricky here. Okay. He elects not to go into the 8 ball. He just leaves himself between the 7-8. He's got to play this with some inside, come 2 rails. And he would have been perfect on that 6 ball. Maybe a little bit short, but he played the line well to play that 6 in the side. Fortunate for him, he does leave Venkat hooked on the 5 ball. So I think we're going to see a kick shot here. Venkat does not jump the ball. Just misses that kick. So Tyler at the table, 5 balls left, a must out. Needless to say, down 6-1 and a raise to 7. And just as a reminder, as Tyler takes a look at this shot, we do have another top players match coming up directly after this one. It's going to be Larry Stopper versus Dan Sticks Rizzo. And Larry is challenging for that number 13 spot. So Tyler playing this with some inside, coming above the 8. And just got to make sure you don't run into it. Okay, he's going to play this with some right, some bottom right. Plays that well. Yeah. All right. Now this is a shot you just need to roll up on the 8 if he's got the angle. He could try to cut it in the side, but that cue ball is going to be flying. But down 6-1, I think you just kind of need to pull out all your punches here and go for it. And I think Tyler is in the same mindset here, trying to cut the 7 ball. Plays it well, kills it really well. Just a stop shot here. Give yourself a good look on this 9 ball. This is the 8 ball, and Venkat's going to have an opportunity here to close out this match in convincing fashion, 7-1. I don't want to jinx him, but I would expect him to get out here. I think he can just play this 2 rails back to the middle of the table. Exactly what he does. It's like he heard me. 9 ball, left corner pocket for the win. Venkata Kakku looking to take the number 8 spot. Tyler would fall to 10. A big shot here, a lot on the line. And Venkata drains it. 7-1. Definitely looked like he knew what he was doing there, and we'll get him in here for a post-match interview. We'll find out how he was feeling in that match. I can't expect he would have been feeling anything but great. Rattling off a 7-1 victory. All right, and we're going to be grabbing Venkata, bring him into the booth. We'll ask him some questions. Please stick around. As I mentioned before, we do have another match coming up between Larry Stopper and Dan Sticks Rizzo. That should be coming up in probably roughly about 15 minutes. So hang with us, and we are getting Venkata in the booth here. Venkat, thanks for joining us.
What up, Vinny? What up,
And
chat?
we just pulled up the new updated Buffalo's top players list. And as you can see, you moved up to the 8th place. Tyler moves down to 10, and you win in convincing fashion. How did you feel?
It looks great, but I mean, Tyler. I never seen Tyler missing that many shots. Like, he gave me, but I capitalized my opportunity every time I leave it open. I ran out pretty much. So I shot good, but I also had a couple of good rolls against him. On top of it, he missed too many balls.
Yeah, Larry and I were talking about that. Tyler's obviously a very strong player, and he was missing a lot of balls that he normally makes. You've played on stream quite a bit. I know he's now played on stream a few times. Is there something to be said for playing on stream? Do you feel maybe a little bit of added pressure knowing that there's people watching?
I think so because I played more stream matches now, so I don't even feel that I'm on stream. I'm just playing a regular match. I'm just shoot normal. Nothing hits my head like I'm on conscious thing. I just play. But if people not on stream a lot, so sometimes it gets so conscious in their head, so they might, not comfortable on stream.
So
I think that's the case with Tyler, I guess.
So you've just learned to kind of block it out. You don't even feel you're playing on
I
stream
don't-
at this point?
Yeah, not anymore because I played at least, I don't know, you can say like more than 10 matches or 15 on stream. So I lost that consciousness in my mind that I'm playing on stream. I
Right.
just focus on the ball, play my game. And as always, I think like if I win, I win. I lose, I lose. I don't overthink at times. That's why I would just sometimes, if I don't have a run out, I try to go for a crazy 1-9 combo, which is not even possible.
Yeah, I mean, I think you played a really smart match. I mean, I think there was a rack even later on. It might have been maybe for you to get on the hill where you could have went all out and banked that 6 ball back into the corner, but you could tell that you played it.
I
with
played
that,
it two-way.
Yeah, like a two-way. You played
Yep.
with that thought in mind where I'm going to bank it a little bit short. If I miss, that 6 ball is going to stick on the rail.
Correct.
You know Tyler's really not on the top of his game,
Yep.
so you want to really you want to make it as difficult as possible for him to get back in the match.
Yep, because when I played the 6 ball, if I put an outside English on that one, there is a good chance I would make it. But even if I rattle it, I will just leave it on this side of the table. It's an open shot for him. That's why I did go for a little bit of inside. So if I miss it short and leave it up the rail.
Yeah.
We'll
We'll say that you definitely proved your doubters wrong here. We had a live poll going, and Tyler had the advantage pretty much the whole way, 57% to your 43%. So we have another match coming up here, the top of the card. It is going to be Larry Stopper challenging Dan Rizzo for the 13th spot. I know you know both of these players very well. What are you expecting to see in this next match coming up?
I think that's a close match, but Larry, I didn't see him losing a match after his dance match with the handicap. But whoever he played, even after that, he won 3 matches back to back.
Okay.
I think that he comes into the table with a lot of confidence to move forward. And Rizzo is definitely a good big table 9. I think he plays more one pocket than 9 ball. But it's going to be a close match. But
Give us your
I
score
would
prediction.
go. What's that?
Give us your score prediction.
I would say 7-5 Rizzo.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
We will start a new poll here while we're waiting for this next match to get started. I will end the current poll, and the new poll will simply be who will win this match.
All right. Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you for joining us, and thank
Yep.
you for playing on stream, and congratulations on your victory. I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon.
Yep.
And
Thank
folks,
you, Chad. Thanks for all the supporters.
I will be stepping away for about 5 to 10 minutes. I think we're just waiting for Dan to arrive. Once he does, we're going to get started immediately. So please stick around. Don't go anywhere. Another very exciting match coming up here in just about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.
Who's next? Choco versus Vinny. Who I'm going to pick? Who? No.
All right, folks, we are back. I am just going to be updating the scoreboard here. All right, I think we are ready to go. Players will be lagging for the opening break. And once again, this match is going to feature Dan Sticks Rizzo, who is our number 13 player, taking on Larry Stopper, who is challenging Dan for his number 13 spot. Larry is currently sitting at 15. Both of these players are very strong big table 9-ball players. We've seen Larry and Dan previously on the stream. They are playing a race to 7, traditional Texas Express 9-ball rules. 9-ball will not count on the break. We will spot it up if somebody makes it. Other than that, all of the other standard rules apply. We're playing all ball fouls, 3-foul rule, push out in effect. I think that's what the players are discussing right now. They're just confirming with each other that they're on the same page when it comes to the set of rules that we are playing by. We do have a live poll in the chat. We'd love for you to weigh in. Who do you think is going to win this match? Do you think it's going to be Dan Sticks Rizzo or Larry Stopper? We also ask that you are active in our chat. Let us know where you're watching from, what you are looking to see out of this match. If you're familiar with Dan's game or Larry's game, let us know what you think. I'm expecting a pretty close match. I know Venkata said 7-5 in favor of Rizzo. I would not be surprised to see this match go hill-hill. We have 2 votes, both for Dan Rizzo. So we have some of Dan's family, friends, and supporters in the live chat. We like to see that. Let us know where you're watching from. And Dan breaking from the right side, our left, and does make a ball. The 2 ball goes down. 1 ball doesn't look like it's going to be an offensive play. I think he can just play a safety shot here, maybe bank the 1 ball back towards the camera and leave the cue ball behind the 5. All right, Dan tries to bank that, so he comes out aggressive. Gets a little bit fortunate that 1 ball is going to hang up on that rail. Now, there is a host of blockers down here at the bottom of the table. Let's see if Larry can maybe get those blockers involved here and hook Dan on the 1. Okay, he just plays the 1 ball into those balls. Not a bad play. You're just creating more traffic. Probably likely to come out with Dan not having a clean look, which I don't think he does. Okay, and wow, that 9 ball almost goes down. Don't believe he has a clean look at the 3 ball. See if he's going to just try to maybe kick off the left side rail and then that top rail. Nope, he's going the other way. He's going to have to sort of bend this cue ball a little bit, especially if he's playing it above the side pocket. Does great. Wow, great shot there. But I don't know if he got enough to make that 4 ball. If he does, that was a spectacular shot there by Dan Sticks Rizzo. We'll know here in a second how much of this 4 ball he has. Okay, great shot there. He's gonna hook Larry right on that 6 ball. So great start to the match here by Dan. Great kick shot on that 3, and then didn't have enough of the 4, but he plays a tremendous safety. And we're gonna be looking at a kick shot here by Larry. He's going to have to come off maybe the bottom rail. I don't know if he has anything off the side rail. Okay, it looks like he's jumping. So he's able to jump kick off the right side rail. Okay, great attempt there by Larry. I didn't even see that shot. I didn't think he could get over the 6. But he does, and very valiant effort. Fortunately, does not make contact with the 4 ball. If you're new to the game of 9 ball, the object of the game is, of course, to make the 9 ball, but you have to hit the lowest numbered ball on the table. So in this case, Dan would have to hit the 4 ball first. After that, if anything goes, your turn continues. Whoever makes the 9 ball wins. So you could play the 4 into the 9, the 5 into the 9, and you would win that rack. If you do not make contact with the lowest numbered object ball, you would give your opponent ball in hand. All right, so Dan here looking to come to that left side rail, just some bottom left, or I'm sorry, some bottom right. Okay, plays that with follow, and he comes a little bit too far and hooks himself behind the 9. So what looked to be a pretty easy out there for Dan, he just made a lot more difficult. Dan also a very accomplished jump shot player, so he may pull out the short stick here, but would be stretching over that 8 ball. I think that's what he's lining up here, but he's just going to swerve it. Right, and he leaves that 6 ball hanging over that side pocket. Now let's see if Larry elects to play this in the top right corner or if he wants to cut it in the side. If he cuts it in the side, it's a pretty delicate shot. No, he's going corner, which I like that shot a lot better. Now he can just come 2 rails back and forth for the 8 ball. Yeah, he tried to hold up for that 7 ball. And, sometimes when you slow roll the ball, you lose a little bit of your accuracy, and I think that's what happened there. You always want to try to hit it with, as much speed as you can where you're not losing accuracy. And he tried to slow roll that 7 and hold up for the 8, where I think he could have gone back and forth, and that would have been the better position play. You can put a more confident stroke on the ball, but I think Dan might have overstroked that one, and he leaves himself a difficult shot on the 8, definitely cuttable. And if he cuts it, I think he's going to want to play it with a little bit of left And he could just come underneath the 9, play the 9 in the side. That looks to be the play. Okay, he goes for the bank. He's going to hang that up. Nothing easy here, though, for Larry. He's going to have a thin cut on the 8. I think you got to go down and back, meaning cut the 8 ball in the right corner pocket, bring the cue ball back down to the bottom rail, and then maybe back up for the 9 in the bottom left corner. I don't think he can hold it for the 9. So let's see what he does here. Let's see if the cue ball travels. Okay, he tries to cut that with some inside English and just spun it a little bit too much, and he spun the 8 ball out of that corner pocket. So now if I'm Dan, I'm playing the 8 ball top left corner, and I'm coming 3 rails underneath the 9. So you're going to want to hit the top rail, the right side rail, come back down to the bottom rail, come underneath the 9, and play the 9 in the top left corner. Let's see if Dan and I are on the same page. I know I like to move the cue ball maybe a little bit more than most. So let's see what Dan chooses here. But I think this is a pretty natural 3-rail position here. Just play this with high ball, maybe a touch of right. Okay, he plays it exactly like I said. I think I would have played that with maybe a little bit more right. Would have brought him straighter on the 9 ball. But he's okay here. He played that really well. And he buries it. Great shot there on the 9 ball. Not easy. Not as easy as it looked, for sure. So Dan sticks Rizzo, looking to defend his number 13 spot. Takes a 1-0 lead over Larry Stopper. And while Dan is racking for this next rack, did want to talk about the upcoming tournament that we have at Bison Billiards this Saturday. We do host a tournament every Saturday. Games ranging from 8 ball to 9 ball to Scotch doubles 8 ball, short rack 8 ball. And this coming Saturday, the 17th, there is a big table 9 ball tournament, and spots are limited to 16. So if you are interested in getting in that tournament, I believe doors open at 12. Tournament starts at 1. Make sure you reach out to Mike via the Bison Billiards Facebook page. That's where all of the tournament information is always listed. And secure your spot there. This coming Saturday, the 17th, big table 9 ball here at Bison Billiards. All right, so Dan here comes to the table, makes a ball. The 5 ball is what went down, and everything is open. The key shot is probably the 2 to the 3. So because the 2 to the 3 is the key shot, really the 1 to the 2 is also a key shot, because you got to make sure you leave yourself a good angle. The 2 and the 3 are sitting on opposite rails, so you can't get straight in on this 2. And Dan does a great job there. He draws back into the side rail, which is going to guarantee an angle. And let's see if he decides to go underneath the 3. He could play this with some inside, come underneath the 3, or he can try to pop it and come above the 3. I think I like coming below the 3. I think that plays a lot more natural with where he is. You can just play this with some inside English. Okay, he's digging down on the cue ball, which tells me he's trying to come across. And does a great job there. Really, really good shot there. And he stays above the point. I just got me an order of pretzel logs. I'll make sure I put myself in mute so nobody hears any of my chewing. Just letting him cool down so I don't burn myself. All right, Dan down on the 3 ball. A little bit straight. He might have enough angle to draw it out. Ooh, no, draws it right back into that corner pocket. So he was really straight on that 3 ball, and he put a good stroke on it. Unfortunately, just didn't have the angle to come out. All right, Larry Stopper here with the chance to even things up. You can just pretty much just stop on the 5 ball. Okay, he draws it back, leaves himself a good angle. 2 rails with inside English, come out for the 7 in the side. And pretty much perfect. I think you can just I don't even know if he needs to go into the rail. All right, Larry Stopper with a pretty much straight in 9-ball here to make it 1-1. And he misses it. It looks like he jumped up a little bit on that shot. And he concedes the rack. So Dan Rizzo is going to jump out to a 2-0 lead. Taking a look at our live poll. We do have a vote for Larry. Dan Rizzo sitting at 83%. So those tuning in feel very strongly that Dan Rizzo is going to take this match. One thing I'll say is I'm really impressed with Dan's break thus far in the match. He's really controlling his cue ball. I know that one he drew it back a little bit, but he's leaving the cue ball in a pretty central location somewhere around the middle of the table, which is going to always give you the best opportunity to have a shot after the break, and I think he does here. The 1 ball goes in that bottom left corner. He can just draw into the 4 ball, and he's going to have a look on the 2. Okay, he must not have had the pocket. He elects to play the safe behind the 3, and he does a great job. All right, and Larry pulling out. Oh, I thought he had his jump stick. He doesn't. He has his full playing cue, or that could possibly be his break cue. Looking to play a little swerve shot here with some right-hand spin, and just does not get into the cue ball enough. Shoots that cue ball directly into the left side pocket. All right, let's see if Dan can get on this 2-ball. If he does, I would expect him to get out here. Really, the 1 to the 2, probably the most difficult shot in the rack, and he's got ball in hand. did not want to bump into that 4 ball. Let's see if he tries to go rail first here to make this 2 ball. Might go into the 3. Okay, he kicks at it. And he's going to leave Larry a good look here on the 2 ball. I think he can just play the 2 ball on the side, come off the left side rail, and just bring the cue ball back towards the middle of the table. He'll have a good look at the 3. And the rest of the balls are pretty wide open. All right, so Larry's got a good angle on the 4, a little bit on the inside of the 4, so should be able to keep himself off the rail. All right, now this is a big shot here. Let's see where he wants to get on the 6 ball to get back up table for the 8. You got to be aware of the 9 ball. Probably wants to try to draw it back about maybe 6 to 8 inches. Oh, and he miscues. You could hear that from the sound booth. He did not make good contact on that cue ball. I think we'll see Larry working on his tip a little bit over there as he waits. And Dan's going to go 3 rails here. Ooh, and the 5 ball just rattles. And he leaves Larry another opportunity at the table. Pretty natural here to cut the 5 in the top right corner. Come off that side rail. Come back off the left side rail. Leaves himself pretty good on the 6. All right, down 2-0. Larry's not taking any chances there. He didn't want to leave Dan with anything easy, so he elects to play safe. Tried to hide the cue ball behind the 8. He doesn't get there. So Dan's going to have a shot here. A very difficult pocket, as we all know, so he's going to really have to hit this clean. Good thing is if he does make it, he should have pretty natural position on the 6. And he just comes off the rail. All right, Larry down on the 5 ball and just overcuts it. That cue ball was tracking towards that left corner pocket, but does not scratch. And I think Dan maybe just wants to clip off the right side of the 5, put the 5 ball back up table, and leave the cue ball down by this bottom rail. Okay, he goes all out for the bank, and he drills it. Really good shot there by Dan. And we're going to have to see a good stroke here. I think he can go forward. Just be careful of the 9 ball. Plays that really well. All right. I think you can just play this 1 rail. Okay, he plays 2 rails, even better. Comes into the line of the 9 ball and has a very good opportunity to take a 3-0 lead here over Larry Stopper, who is challenging for the number 13 spot. But it does not look like Dan wants any part of giving up that spot. And right on cue, He takes a 3-0 lead. And while Dan is racking for our fourth rack, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the Bison Billiards Pro Shop. If you're looking for a cue or any type of pool playing equipment, come and see us at Bison Billiards. Mike, the owner here, has over 200 pool cues in stock for sale. Whether you're a player that's just starting out, maybe you just picked up the hobby, or you're an intermediate player or an expert player, we have pool cues for everyone and really every budget. Prices ranging from $100 and up. And Mike is an active dealer for Predator, Jacoby, Viking, P-Shower, Q-Tech, so all the heavy hitters in the game. And if you want to get fancy, you can also purchase a custom cue. We have 75 different custom cues in stock, from Davini to DeShaw, McDaniels, Joss West, Southwest, Richard Black, all of those custom cue makers. We do carry their cues in stock. So come down, take a look. If there's something that catches your eye, we will cut a deal and you can add a new stick to your bag. All right. So drive break there. Not much for Larry here. He does have the 1-4 combination, but nothing easy. He's going to have to cut the one ball. Okay, that's what he tries to do, but all right, so I don't believe that one ball passes the 4. I think that's what Dan was looking at. So I don't know if he's going to come up with a defensive play here. Yep, 1 into the 4. One's going to stop on the 4, and wow. Whoa. That is extremely strong by Dan Sticks Rizzo. Playing that 2 rails and hooking them behind the 2 ball. 2, 7, 5, 8, everything in the way there. So Larry is going to really have to pull out a creative kick shot here to make contact with the 1. And keep in mind, if he does not make contact with the 1 being the lowest ball on the table, Dan would have ball in hand. He would be able to place the cue ball anywhere he chooses. All right. Good effort there by Larry. He had the right path, but just comes up a little bit short. Still waiting for someone to check in and let us know where you're viewing from. The chat has been relatively uneventful thus far, so let's get some motion in the chat. All right, Dan plays another safe, hooking Larry behind the 6. Definitely an easier kick here. I expect Larry to make contact, and he does not. So Dan has Larry on 2 fouls. Now, if you do force your opponent into 3 fouls in consecutive innings, you would win the rack. But I think with all the balls positioned where they are, I think Dan's going to go for the run out here. See what Dan looks to do here. Come between the 7. Okay. So now he is on 2 fouls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right, so Larry absolutely has to hit this 2-ball. If he does not, he would lose the rack. And Dan would take a 4-0 lead. And he does not make contact. So that will be a loss of rack. And Dan Rizzo up 4-0. Again, this match is starting out a little bit like our first match, where one player takes a pretty significant lead. Now, as we saw in that first match, Venkata was able to establish that lead and really never look back. He held that lead throughout the match. Let's see if Larry Stopper can climb back into this one and make it competitive, because right now Dan is running away with it. It's a race to 7, so Dan only needs 3 more games to take the victory. Breaking from the right side. He's been breaking really, really well in this match. And he's going to have a shot on the 2-ball. So natural position for the 3 as well, with the 3-ball sitting on that right side rail. He can just cut the 2-ball in this bottom left corner. Cue ball's going to come off the bottom rail and then up for the 3-ball. Perfect. Looks like he has just enough angle where he can punch it off the right side rail and get out enough for the 4-ball. If you don't think you can just roll it forward. Guarantee yourself a shot on the 4. He punches it out. And he has a look at the 4-ball. I just jumped up off my bar stool to get a look at the table live, and that 4-ball definitely does go. At least I believe it does. Dan taking a look at it. Looks like he's going for it. Oh, no. Okay, he's wiping the table down, maybe indicating that there was some sort of a skid, or he didn't like the contact he made on that 4. All right, Larry, let's see what you got here. Now, even down 4-0, you don't want to get too aggressive. I think you can still play safe here and try to get ball in hand and give yourself the best opportunity to get out and get one on the board. Okay, he plays just a containing shot, puts the 4-ball on the left side rail, and I think Dan is going to clip off the left side of the 4 and try to put him behind the 7. Even if you don't get him behind the 7, you got the 5-9 also as blockers. Okay. And I believe Larry has a look at the 4. Taking a few extra moments here, deciding what he wants to do with this 4-ball. He's gearing up like he's going for it. Bottom right. Okay, he went for the bank. So he must not have had enough of the 4-ball. And he's going to leave Dan with a very nice opportunity here to extend his lead even further. Currently up 4-0. I think Dan can just come off the left side rail just above the side pocket, come across for the 5. Perfect. Great angle here. Come between the 7-9. Play the 6 in the left side.
Bigly, I'm throwing Trey. He's a 4.
Perfect. Now this is touchy with where the 9-ball is. You know, you either got to go forward or you got to come back. You can't just stop on the 6-ball or that 9-ball's in the way. So Dan's going to really take a look here and see what his best course of action is. For me, I'm trying to draw this back. So I just like that inside angle on the 7. I think it just makes it a lot easier, more natural to get down table for the 8. I think you can just draw this even right back to the rail. Okay, he does well. He does well. Now I'm playing this with some left-hand spin, trying to come 2 rails. I just like coming into the line of the 8 ball better than trying to, come 1 rail and trying to judge my speed. I just play this with some bottom right. Yep, perfect. Now this, I think he can play 1 rail. I think he can just play this with pretty much natural high ball. Maybe a touch of inside. Okay, he also tries to come 2 rails just to kind of widen the angle. Good opportunity here, though. Gives himself a good look at the 9 ball to go up 5-0. And he misses it. But he does bring the cue ball back up table, and this is a pressure shot here, down 4-0. Larry comes to the table with, not the easiest of 9 balls, and he knows if he misses and he, gives Dan this game, pretty large hill to climb to come back down 5-0. So a lot of pressure here on this 9 ball. Let's see if Larry is up to the task here. Just fires at it. Yeah, the way that he shot that, just kind of firing at it, tells me that he's not confident right now. When you're not trusting your accuracy, your tendency is to try to fire the ball because you don't want the cue ball to roll off, you don't want the object ball to roll off, so you just want to fire it. You just want to trust your instincts and just fire at it. But when you're playing confidently, you feel like you can play those more touchy shots, whether it's a slow draw shot, a slow roll shot. But Dan doesn't take advantage of that 9 ball, and he's going to give Larry another opportunity. Now this is one he's got to have. We know that this pocket can be a little unfriendly at times, so Larry's got to really focus here. And he fires it in. So Larry Stopper cuts the deficit to 3. And we have a 4-1 score. Taking a look at the live poll, we have 6 votes. Dan Rizzo sitting at 83%. Larry Stopper at 17%. And again, just to remind you what's on the line here, we'll bring up the Buffalo top players list. Larry Stopper currently sits at 15. Dan Rizzo sits at 13. So Dan Rizzo is looking to defend the 13 spot. And if Larry can come back in this match and beat Dan, he would take 13. Dan would move down to 15. The way that this list works is you can challenge up to 2 spots ahead of you. So Larry chose to challenge number 13. And that is what is on the line in this match. Larry breaking from the left-hand side. And he's going to come up dry. Now, one thing I would talk to Larry about after this match is, Dan is really breaking well. And sometimes the best way to determine how to break in a match is watching your opponent. It sounds funny to say, but if your opponent's breaking well and they're breaking from maybe a different spot on the table or, maybe their speed, that's something you really have to focus on because, you're breaking only on your victories if it's winner's break. And so you're only getting those opportunities at the table to try to determine what the best. Wow, what a shot there by Larry. but he's not going to get any justice. But as I was saying, you always want to try to keep an eye on how your opponent is breaking, and maybe try to pick up some different things in what they're having success with, or maybe what they're not having success with. And Dan's breaking from this right-hand side, our left side, and he's having a lot of success. So little curious why Larry is breaking from that left-hand side. But maybe we'll get a chance to talk to him after the match and find out. I know there's a lot of times I'll be in a match and maybe I'm not breaking well, but my opponent's breaking well, and sometimes I'll just imitate what they're doing, and a lot of times that helps me. So I feel like that comes into play a lot too if you're going to maybe a unfamiliar pool hall and you're playing one of their regulars and you see where they're breaking from. They're playing on that table a lot more than you have, so sometimes it's best just to kind of follow what they're doing. Good jump shot there by Larry. Makes contact. And I believe Dan has a look at the 2. Nothing easy here, though. But I think he does have a chance to cut it. Great shot there. 5 ball goes past the 6, so you can just get straight on the 4. Just draw it back maybe an inch or 2. Everything is pretty much wide open. No real problems on the table here for Dan. Okay, wanted to get as straight as possible on that 4 ball. Looks like he has a little bit of an angle, but he could still kill it. Okay. If he doesn't believe he can hold it, he can come down to this bottom rail. Play this with some inside. Okay, needs it to hit that 9, and it's not going to. I know Larry's probably real eager to jump up and take that rack off the table. You saw him do it, but Dan's going to do that for him. All right, so let's look at Dan's kicking options here. I think you want to go 1 rail. You can catch the 6 on the top side. Okay, he's going to come off the bottom rail. Yeah, I'm not sure I loved that play just because the 6 ball and the cue ball are going in the same direction. So there's a high likelihood that Larry was going to have a shot there. I think if you come off the side rail, if you hit the 6 ball maybe on the top side, it can come back down towards this 8. Cue ball is going to go up table, and you're leaving some better separation. So interesting choice there by Dan to kick off the bottom rail, but he's at the table. He sees the balls a lot better than we do in the sound booth, so. All right, ball in hand here for Larry. Just leave yourself an angle on the 7 and you're good. And I think he left himself an angle. If he didn't, he's going to have to draw it, use a power stroke, draw it off this left side rail. Our Buffalo Sabres tied 2-2 with the Florida Panthers, end of the second period. I think Sabres looking to extend their current win streak to 4? 3 or 4? All right, powering up here, Larry going forward. Okay, great draw shot there by Larry. Really got into it. And you see his hand gesture tells me he landed pretty straight on this 8-ball as well, so pretty bad luck there to play a great shot on the 7 and land perfect on the 8, but unfortunately perfectly straight. So let's see what Larry decides to do here. He could jack up again, try to draw it back, and then play the 9-ball on the left side. That's what he's looking to do. Yeah, very easy to miss that shot. And unfortunately, it leaves Dan a very easy out here. He can just make the 8 in the top right corner, draw it back about a foot, and play the 9-ball in the left side pocket. Okay, he goes forward. Must have had a different angle than it looked like on the monitor. All right, so Dan Rizzo with this 9-ball, looking to go up 5-1 in our race to 7. Just stay down, put a good stroke on it, and he does. Very confident stroke there. You can just tell by the way that Dan stroked that 9-ball that he is feeling good about his game right now. Up 5-1. Definitely easy to feel good about your game. And on the opposite side, I think Larry's just kind of sort of second guessing maybe some of his shot choices, and but also I think Larry's gotten a couple pretty unfortunate rolls. He played a great shot on that 7-ball to draw it back and get on the 8, but he lands perfectly straight, and sometimes that's just the way that pool goes. You're going to land straight, and sometimes you're able to manipulate the pocket and jack up and get out of it, and other times you can't. And with that 8-ball, just that slight elevation that Larry had makes the shot. They say, I think for every degree that you elevate it, lessens your chance of making the ball, 20 to 25%. So. All right, Larry here has a look at the 1-ball. I think this is a must-win rack here for Larry. I don't think you can go down 6-1. Again, you're letting your opponent get on the hill, and just mentally that's tough to come back from. If you know that, one slip up and your opponent will win the match, very tough. But if you can keep them off the hill, you feel like you always have a chance. All right, he tries to play into the 5-ball, and yeah, the rolls just are not going Larry's way. Misses, 2-ball comes back up table, collides with the cue ball, and leaves Rizzo with a great angle here to get on the 3-ball. So. I know Bills fans are keeping a close eye on the wild card matchup tonight between the Steelers and the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are currently down 3-0 in Pittsburgh. Steelers take the lead on an early field goal. All right, Dan playing this 2-ball. I think just one rail. Okay, comes underneath it, and wow, great shot there. Perfect angle, too, to draw across for the 4-ball. Doesn't need to come to the rail, just needs to get by the 8. If he thinks that he's a little bit too flat on the 3-ball, he could go forward. But no, I think he's perfect. Perfect. All right. right now, if I'm Dan, I'm thinking about the 5 to the 6. Where do you want to get on the 6 to get on the 7? Little tricky. But I always, if a ball's hanging in the pocket, I want to stay below it. So if I'm playing this 4 ball, I'm rolling it, trying to leave the cue ball on the bottom rail. I just find positions a lot easier when the ball's in the pocket. Dan does not agree with me. He says I'm going to come above it. Could work out in his favor, but again, I'm somebody that, with where that 5 ball is, I'm trying to keep the cue ball on the bottom rail. Looks like he's going to maybe trying to come between the 6-9. Okay, gets a nice bump there on the 9 ball. 7 does not go in the side. So let's see what he looks to do here. Could he bank the 6? If he wants to get aggressive, he can bank the 6. He's going to leave himself better shape on the 7. Nope, he's cutting it. Going to try to come on the other side of the 7. Ooh, wow, he played that great, and he scratches. All right, Larry Stopper at the table. 3 balls left, ball in hand, down 5 to 1. Larry, my man, let's get out here. Let's make it a competitive match. Larry having a little laugh. Chalking up his stick, making sure that there's no miscues or anything funny with this shot. Again, I would not try to draw this back for the side, but I know that's how Larry plays. So, yeah, and that's why I would not draw that back for the side, because it's very easy to get funny. It's a lot easier to play that in the corner. Anytime you're playing position for the side, there's just very small window for error. Or a very large window for error, I should say. And we saw that there. All right, and I think Dan can maybe just draw this up the rail. Not easy, though. He's got some distance. He's going to have to put a really nice, smooth stroke into this 8 ball. Great shot. Really good shot. Quality from Dan Rizzo. He is looking to close this match out in quick fashion. Looking to go up 6 to 1 in our race to 7. And he buries it. So 6 to 1. Dan Rizzo. So again, our first match between Venkata and Tyler ended 7 to 1. Do we have another 7 to 1 match in our future? I think that really is up to Larry here. If he gets a shot at the table, he's got to capitalize. He hasn't capitalized on the few opportunities that he's had. You know, there with 3 balls left on the table, ball in hand, you know, you really got to get out there. And he tried to play for that 8 ball in the side pocket. That's something he and I will be talking about after this match. I know he and I have had our debates about, you know, playing for those side pockets. It's just different player style. I grew up always playing position for corner pockets instead of side pockets. I just find it a lot easier. I only play position for the side pocket if I absolutely have to, if the 8 ball's blocked. I'm sorry, if the corner pocket is blocked. But I just feel like there's a lot more options when you play position for a corner pocket. And, you know, again, when you play position for the side pocket, there's just a lot of room for error. And we saw that there with Larry. He came up short, and he would, you know, had to go use multiple rails. And, you know, when you're doing that, you're just going to increase your chances of missing that ball in the side pocket, which we saw Larry do. So, but Larry not out of it, down 6 to 1. We've seen crazier things happen on stream. Players having a little conversation. I think, okay, Dan is probably explaining to Larry what he was looking to do on that 6 ball, the 6 ball that he scratched on. So, All right, dry break there for Dan Rizzo. Coming to the table. 1 ball. No obvious pocket, so I think we're going to see a safety play here. Okay, not bad. Leaves some distance. Distance is your friend at 9 ball. Now he has a look at the 1 ball, but getting on the 2 is extremely difficult with the angle that he has. It looks like if he tries to draw it, he's going into that 5 ball. Taking a few extra moments here, deciding what he wants to do. So you can tell that Dan's not taking Larry lightly. You know, up 6-1, you might have some players that feel like they have the match in hand and they just start firing. Not Dan. He knows Larry's got the ability to come back in this match. And yeah, he's showing Larry a lot of respect playing that safety. Right behind the 6. And it looks like the cue ball and the 6 ball are a little bit too close for a jump shot, but we know Larry is an excellent jump shot player, so we'll see if he can pull out. All right. So Larry is bringing his jumps cue to the table. So he's looking to jump over the 6 ball. He's really going to have to come down on this cue ball. And he does. And he hits it. Wow. Great shot there by Larry. And even Dan gives him a fist bump. Tells him that he loved that shot. That was not easy. Right? And I think Dan says, if you can do it, I can do it. He pulls out his jump stick, looking to make the 1 ball. Ooh, and he hangs it up. All right, opportunity here for Larry. Got to get out here. Everything is open. Just get down for the 2 ball. Just play this rail first. Just play it rail first. Yep. Okay. You can just slow roll this 2 ball in. Hold for the 3. Good shot there. All right, draw shot here on the 4. You want to get relatively straight with where that 5 ball is. You don't want to leave yourself a huge angle. Does well. Does really well. He's got the ideal angle just to kind of kill it off the rail. Okay. You can just punch this off the right side rail. Some right bottom here. All right, and he rattles the 5 ball.
Dan, did you find him?
So I think Dan can go 3 rails here. Ooh, he just hit. Yeah, he just hit that way too full. Yeah, he caught that 5 ball a little bit too full, and that's what slowed up the pace of the cue ball. And now he's hooked behind the 6. He's electing to kick at it. I like this. Ooh, and it just comes up wide. So Larry, another opportunity here, just like he had last rack. Ball in hand, this time with 4 balls left on the table. Got to get out here. Just play the 6 in the corner. Just play the 6 in the corner. Okay. Now, if he's got the right angle, he can play this forward, come off the bottom rail, and then up for the 8. For me, I'm just kind of stopping the ball because you need an angle on the 8 ball to come across for the 9. You cannot get straight on this 8 ball, or you're going to have to try to draw it short side or do something funky. So for me, I'm just stopping my ball right there. Okay. So now I think he has a look on the 8 ball, but very difficult. Okay. Nothing easy, though, here for Dan. He's going to have to work for it if he wants to close out this match. I think he's going to have to play the 8 in the corner. And he's going to really have to stroke it and bring the cue ball back down for the 9. Oh, one pocket shot. And he buries it. Wow. That comes from Dan's one pocket experience, that 2-rail bank. He jokes and says he's going to bank the 9, but he, of course, just makes the 9 ball in the bottom right corner. And Dan Rizzo follows up our first match, which was also a 7-1 victory, with a 7-1 victory of his own. So we will get Dan Rizzo in the booth. We'll talk to him about the match, how he feels he played, and what's coming up next for him on stream. So we'll be back with you in just a couple minutes. All right. We welcome in Dan Rizzo to the booth. Dan, congratulations. Hard-fought victory. But in reality, you kind of cruised through that match. You win 7-1. Larry didn't put a ton of pressure on you, but you know, how do you feel like you played overall?
Not great. I mean, I got lucky really. He missed. He missed an 8. He missed a 9. I think he missed 2 8s. I really didn't get out at all. I must have hooked myself 10 times, and that's in 8 racks.
Yeah, and I think one of the turning points of the match, too, was your 3 foul.
Yeah.
And I think we had a couple questions people wanted to know. You had ball in hand on the 1. You made the 1. Were you looking to see kind of what position you got on the 2, or was that just you were playing for the safe the whole way?
The whole way, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that's a little mental thing. If you you got a wide open table and your opponent, and you play safe and you get your opponent, say he scratches on the break,
yeah,
and you got ball in hand and you play safe, your opponent's going to be like, what the hell is he doing?
Right, exactly.
It just kind of throws a little bit of
you played that really well. I mean, you stuck him right on that ball. It was really difficult for him to make the hit, and I think that definitely turned the match around. I mean, you were already in the lead, but the one thing we were saying too is even later in the match, I think it was 5-1. You broke you had a look at the 1 ball, but you elected to play a safe behind the 6. So we were saying, you were still showing Larry a lot of respect there. You get some players, they go up 5-1, 6-1, and then they just start firing because they just want to close the match out. You really were showing Larry a lot of respect, and you were, kind of saying that Larry, you give him a window, he might be able to come back in the match.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that 1 ball, when I played safe behind the 6, it's like the 2 was
right.
Set that up, and I'll have 10 people come and shoot it, and I'll see if they can get on the 2 ball from there with all the traffic. It was not happening.
Right.
So.
And then that last rack there, that 8 ball. I mean, did that 2-rail bank come from your 1 pocket?
No,
experience?
That was I'll teach you that one day. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And we liked you joking at the end, saying you were going to bank the 9 after you banked the 8. It was a good match. I mean, both matches ended 7-1. I think we were expecting more competitive matches, but as you know, the way that 9 ball kind of shapes out sometimes, it can really kind of go either way. And but you shot well. Your defensive play was spot on. Made a couple nice hits using the jump shot. And
how about that jump that he hit, dude?
We were talking about that one too. I didn't think there was any way he could jump over that 6 ball.
He was literally like a finger width away from that ball, and
he can jump the ball,
and he jumped over it.
He does a really, really good job. I know he's offered to give me some jump shot lessons, so I might have. After that shot, I might have to take him up on it because that was an incredible shot. Yeah, I saw you even give him a fist bump after that.
That was crazy. That was one of the best jumps I've ever seen.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I thought after he made contact, I'm like, well, maybe on the monitor it looked like the 6 wasn't. Maybe it really, in reality, it wasn't as close.
Oh no, it was right. It was
tight.
On it. Yeah, it was less than an inch. It was probably 3/4 of an inch away.
Crazy. I'm gonna find out what type of jump stick he's got.
Yeah,
does he have some special jump stick? Do you know?
I don't know. Check the regulation on that. Thing.
All right, so bringing up our Buffalo's top players list. So you retain the number 13 spot. So above you got Brad at 12. You have Dwyer at 11. I know Dwyer's got a match coming up with Jake Jackson, I think next week. So
I got 100 on Jake.
Yeah. After his showing at the Turning Stone, I don't think anyone wants to play Jake right now.
I'll give 2-1 on the money on that.
But between Brad and then either Jake or Dwyer, who do you think you'd be looking to challenge next?
Oh, I don't care, man.
You don't really care?
Yeah, I'll play whoever. I'll play Brad or Jason. Me and those 2 guys have gone at it 1,000 times.
Right.
I just like to play, man.
Yeah. All right, well, anyone you want to give a shout-out to? I know we had some of your supporters in the chat. If we look at the live poll, I cleared the chat. I think that we did have a couple more comments. But you were leading the way the entire time, 83%. And Larry at 17%. So, anyone you got watching back home? Or?
I want to give a shout out to you.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to you.
Thank you,
Vinny Socks. They call you.
Yep.
Thank you for doing this, man. Like, you take your time and come up here on Mondays, and everybody, you put on a great stream, great commentary. And I appreciate you doing this, and I hope other people.
I appreciate you saying that, and it's something I enjoy doing, and hopefully we can keep it going. I know we got some ideas in the works and some improvements we want to make to the stream. I know things that you and I have even talked about. So
for sure,
more to come with this stream. It's not the end; it's just the beginning. We'll just keep improving, and we appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging with us. And I'll leave the Buffalo top players list up for a couple minutes so everyone can take a look at what we have coming up. Just to look at the upcoming schedule, tomorrow night we have a special Tuesday stream. Matt Mendola is playing Amanda Zajac for the 17th spot. And then coming up next Monday, January 19th, we have Jason Dwyer taking on Jake Jackson. And we also have Adam Maloney and Dominic Firamuska, who are 2 unlisted players, but they are playing for a shot to challenge number 20, Steve Sajak. So whoever wins that match is going to have an opportunity to jump up on the list. But again, we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you like what you saw, if you like what you heard, make sure you like the video. You subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications so you're notified every time we go live. So again, congratulations to you. And
Thank you.
we'll
Thank
see you
you.
again soon on stream. And everybody, we hope you have a good night. Go Bills. Go Sabres. Signing off.
Love you. Bye.